Yo, what up, man? Welcome to an episode of Battle Rap Arena. Just trying to get some content out there. So I want to thank my boy JLegend, who's been helping me out. I know he's been, time consuming himself to help the Battle Rap Arena movement come back, and I appreciate you for all you do, my Puerto Rican brother from another Puerto Rican mother.
Salute, man. You're welcome.
There's some shit I wanted to talk about, some shit I wanted to discuss. If you want to discuss something too. There's no guest here today, so do you want to give your prediction on Newborn versus Chilla, or should we not?
We could do that. I don't have much of a prediction. First off, for those who don't know, I believe the pay-per-view is still out there for you to be able to buy by the time that you guys hear this. But it's Close Combat Battle League. It's throwing their events. Some of the battles are judged and for money. So it's a brand new league out of Toledo, Ohio. Also on that card is Danger Zone versus New Jersey Twerk. There's going to be a special announcement, a special JC announcement there. Plus, there's going to be more battles and a judge cipher, which will include Marv 1 and Quest
I love that idea. I love the judge cipher idea.
Yeah. And that judge cipher is for money as well. So, salute to Roger of Close Combat Battle League. That's the owner. Salute to him. You can also check out my interview with him. But I am looking forward. First off, I want to say I appreciate him, because in my interview, he says how highly he regards Danger Zone, Born, and Chilla, which is somebody actually showing a lot of love to the so-called pen kind of guys.
Right.
So I appreciated that out the gate, because, with the amount of money, because he also went and hired Champion, and, he put a lot of money into this event that's happening, and he could easily took that money and went and got big name guys. You know what I'm saying? So, not that these guys don't have a name for themselves. I don't mean that. I'm saying, you could go and put your money into getting a hitman, or getting
Rex.
A Rex, a Goods, or whoever, you know what I'm saying? Which will cost you, a Tay-Rock or whatever, it will cost you money, you know what I mean? It's still going to cost you for these other names that he mentioned, but it's more geared to battle rap and less about a popularity contest, in my opinion. So salute to him. But overall, I'm excited to watch this Born vs. Chilla, man. I'm excited about this. I think this is an awesome matchup. I think it's a long time coming. It's hard for me to make a prediction, but if I have to just go off of what we've seen in recent times, I believe this is a 3-round battle. I know the Danger versus NJT is only one round.
Oh, I thought it was Danger versus Twerk. Who's Twerk going against?
Excuse me. Yeah. NJT is New Jersey Twerk. I don't like calling another man Twerk.
NJT. I got you.
Yeah. I don't like calling another man Twerk. I'm uncomfortable with that. So I call him NJT. So NJT versus Danger Zone is a 1-round battle for money, judged. But in that battle right there, I'm gonna take Danger Zone, because again, I'm basing that off of what we've been seeing lately. Danger Zone been on his shit for the last few years, actually. You can't take that away from him. And we know that he's going to actually finish the performance. NJT's, it's a 1-round battle, so I'm hoping he's going to make it through that. And, but right now, he hasn't, as much talent as the man has, it seems like he hasn't been caring. So at the end of the day, he's still going to get a check. There's more money on the line, so let's see how much motivation that is for him to get through 1 round. But right now, I'm gonna take Danger in that battle, and Chilla versus Born, I'm gonna edge Chilla.
Hold on. Let me do the Danger versus Twerk prediction first too. Now Danger versus Twerk, I disagree with you. Okay. And shout out to Mook too. One of the Mook Verb lines. How you got somebody named Twerk and you still couldn't shake that ass? Oh,
that's gay.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's fucking gay.
No,
That's
All
gay.
right.
You
Whatever.
had somebody need
You're
twerk
just
and
hating
still
on
couldn't shake.
Dama.
Hold on. Listen to that line for a second. Say that line one more time.
Okay, well, hold on. I don't want to misquote it. Maybe he said it different than I did. But
Oh, now we changing it. Now we changing it up, huh?
No, I don't want to misquote. I don't want to misquote Mook. I don't want to misquote him.
Okay.
But he was basically saying you still couldn't, shake him. Like how you got somebody named Twerk and you still couldn't shake that. Like, how is that gay? I gotta go back and listen
say
to
it again.
it.
No, say the whole line again. Say it again.
From how I remember it, because I may be misquoting. How you got somebody named Twerk and you still couldn't shake that ass? Shake mean like you couldn't beat him. Oh my God! Everything's. This is the thing in battle rap. Everything's pause worthy. Pause. I think that was the line. Okay. I have to go back and watch it again.
Yeah. Just don't repeat it no more. But go ahead.
I think I disagree with you.
Okay.
As much as Twerk fucks up and stuff, we can all admit that he's above the normal.
Yes.
And that's the reason why he got to the position where he was so quickly. Even his first round against DNA was monstrous. He didn't choke in his first round. That was his second and third that he did horrible.
He just choked again in a small league. He has a battle almost every weekend. And he's choked.
He choked after that?
Yeah. So
okay.
That's what I'm saying. If you look at, his battle before Verb, there's talks of him possibly stealing lines and choking. At Verb, he fucking chokes. DNA, he chokes. Who else? Suge, right? I don't know. I know he's his last few battles, and like I said, he's battling almost every weekend. It's always
we can agree that when he's on his A game, he's on his A game.
Yeah,
right?
But that's what I'm saying. That for me personally, I can only go off what I've seen from you the last few. It's just like boxing. I can only go off what I've seen from you the last few fights. Like if I keep seeing you getting dropped and you up out of here in 3 rounds, how am I supposed to the next fight? I'm supposed to put my money on you.
If you believe that much, sometimes there's been exceptions to the rules in boxing and in battle rap.
Well, in battle rap, there's more an exception. That's clear. Battle rap is not the same thing. I'm just giving an analogy.
I remember when Cotto fought Yuri Foreman, people were saying Foreman was going to win, and I was like, "Are you guys out your fucking minds?"
I was at that fight too. I was at that fight.
You were there? I was there too.
Yeah,
that's funny, bro. That was my first time at Yankee Stadium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That was the new Yankee Stadium.
That day too.
And to my knowledge, that's the only boxing event that's ever taken place in the new Yankee Stadium.
And to prove I had a good-looking date, you can look at the pictures on my Facebook. And you see pictures of me.
Man, this is crazy.
But people were actually picking Foreman to win, if you remember, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Y'all crazy? You know what I mean? And so this is. I think Twerk is gonna body him in a 1-rounder.
Okay.
As much of a killer that Danger is on the pen, we have seen him lose against great opponents. I think Twerk is going to beat him convincingly.
Okay.
So now, okay, that's what I have to say about that battle. You want to go on to Newborn?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, because I already said what I think. I think Chilla's going to edge this. I believe it's a 3-round battle, and I have Chilla 2-1 in a very close fight.
Okay. Who's the judges? J Black and Tech 9?
It's 5 judges altogether. J Black, Tech 9, Jazz the Rapper, and 2 other people. I think Quest and Marv, but I'm not sure.
See, I think this battle is going to come down to a matter of taste.
I can see that.
For me, I think Jazz rides more with Newborn's pen game than Chilla's. I think they're both going to come with the air game. It's a tough one too, because as good as Newborn is with the pen, could he go toe to toe with Iron? I mean, possibly. But I didn't see it personally. Chilla went toe to toe with Iron.
Yep, I was there for that too. Yeah. That's one of my favorite battles. I wish I was, but I've had a lot of events. But let me tell you something. As dope as it is on camera, it was nothing like it was in that building, man. This was great. This is one of the things in my life. I was thinking about it last night, but it's a separate conversation. Some of the dope ass battles I had the privilege and honor to be at. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. Chillin' Iron was definitely one of them.
Nah, but it just seems everything I say, you're like, oh, I was there for that. I'll be like, yo, my son was born at Winthrop Hospital 10 years ago. You be like, oh, I was there.
Oh, no, but me and you both have talked about this. My son was born 10 years ago as well. Yeah. And both our kids have the same name, so.
That's funny. What you would call it? So, I think it's going to come down to a matter of taste, and this is why I asked who the judges are. I could see Tech Nine liking Chilla more, even though they have a similar style. It's different, right? We could agree on that.
That's definitely you're right.
Jazz, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna choose rounds. I'll do it like this. Since it's a judge battle, we don't have to argue about the rounds, right?
True.
I'm gonna say it's gonna come down to a 3-2. Possibly even 4-1 for Newborn. Judge opinion.
That's crazy.
Judge opinion. And the cipher, I saw the names. I don't know anybody, so I hope Quest or Marv takes it.
Yeah. Well, just for to give people more information. A lot of the people on this card. Because this card has 8 battles on it, not including the cipher. So a lot of the people on this card are known in the Midwest. They're just not really known, you know what I mean, everywhere else like that. Like one of the guys on there is AQ. I believe AQ has done a PG for URL, but AQ is mostly, like, he's from Milwaukee. He's mostly known in the Midwest. There's a few people, including an interesting battle. If you know anything about me, you know I'm not into race bars or anything like that. But they have a very interesting battle that, according to the owner, was not set up with this purpose. They just set up a male and a female battle. Mm-hmm. And the plan was just to set up. They wanted this particular female on the card. Salute to her. And they wanted her badly on the card. So they got on the card against a guy. 1-round battle. And it just so happens that later on down the road, after they're promoting the battle, people started realizing that the guy is white and the girl is black. So, unfortunately, this might turn into a whole race thing.
It's going to turn into that. Yeah.
But I just want to say this for fairness, just to be fairness sake, is, hey, there's a good chance that if race does come up, which I believe it will be done in a creative way. So let's see. That's what I'm hoping for. And at the end of the day, me personally, regardless of what people think, there's a lot of people like myself who enjoy.
I think even if it comes down to a race thing, the black girl kind of has the advantage on this one.
Well, it's less about that. It's all, to me, it's about the entertainment value of this battle. Right. Like, from what I've been told by the league owner and from a few other people, they did a face-off on my man Capology, Holus L Radio, Capology Facts. Mm-hmm. He did face-offs with some of these people, and from what I heard, their face-off had everybody going crazy. You know what I mean? So wow. I'm expecting a hell of an intense battle. Ain't no telling which way this battle is gonna go, but to me, it seems like this battle. It has a lot of potential for entertainment replay value.
Yeah. Okay, I'm interested in it.
And by the way, for those who don't know, the pay-per-view is only $20. If you're in the Cleveland area, I don't know when this is coming out, but let's just say it came out today for whatever reason. Tickets are still available. The tickets are $40. Let's just say this didn't come out today. Still, the pay-per-view is available for purchase for only $20. $20, you're getting 8 battles. I can't. There's one more good battle on here. I can't remember the names, but besides that, you have a Judge Cypher on there. You know what I'm saying? So, and all of this has money attached to everything. So everyone has more incentive to give you their all. You know what I'm saying? So $20, you can't go wrong. And I believe the battles are available for 30 days.
Well, here's the thing too. Support the culture, man. So you got to support the little league is what the little leagues need your help too.
Yeah.
They need it more.
They need it way more.
I don't want to get into money things in big leagues because I don't know the whole story and stuff. But this is not not every. Of course, big leagues put their heart and souls into it, but they also have sponsorships.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying these small leagues don't, but I'm sure there's a different amount that goes into sponsoring an event like this than it does. But I understand, man. I wasn't missing Mook versus Verb for the world.
Yeah.
This may have fell under my radar, but that's why I want people to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got anything else to say about the event?
No, just I'm glad that you said that. People just support the event. It's a brand new league. The owner has been around the
culture.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Ohio. They're building their own thing, and at the end of the day, this guy has been at all the events. He's been a fan for many years.
Who's the owner? Deacon Frost?
Nah, his name is Roger, and some people call him Close Combat. So he named the league after his nickname, and he's just been a guy who's been a fan just like the rest of us who saw something and decided, yo, you know what? I've been a fan of this so long. I want to get more involved. And so he took whatever money he had, his very own money, and he's invested into the culture to try to bring more awareness not only to the Midwest but Ohio in particular. So,
they should have put Deacon Frost on the card.
Listen, I thought of that. I didn't get an opportunity to speak to him about it, but the last I heard about Deacon Frost, he didn't want to battle. So, who knows? And then on top of that, ain't no telling how does that work business wise. I mean, remember this is just their first. This is their first official event.
Right.
This is their first official event, so there ain't no telling what's gonna happen after this. The owner just at the end of the day want to shine a bigger light on Ohio and to get his very own league started. So, like I say, he invested a lot of money, man. Champions involved in this: Quest McCody, Marv 1, Danger, Chilla, Born, NJT. You can only imagine what any of that cost. So, and then they're putting up $1,000 champion of the night. That they're officially. I'm not trying to play nobody, but they're officially calling the champion of the night. But the owner's the one putting up the $1,000, not nobody else. So I don't think it should be called that, but salute to him anyway. He's putting up, I think, $600 for the Cypher winner, and then $1,000 for the champion of the night.
Out of his own personal pocket.
Out of his own personal pocket. Not to mention, but I want to be clear, one round. You know what, man? Go check out my interview. Because I don't want to go check out my interview.
All right, go ahead, plug your interview. Go ahead, plug your interview.
Yeah, everybody check it out at Battle Rap Opinions. The interview is with Close Combat, Battle League. I believe it's titled just that. I'll send this link to Mercy, so when he throw it up, you can put it in the description, and you guys can check that interview out.
Facts. Okay, next topic I want to talk about. Verb being left out of the source. Well, and you see, you told me I was going to give a 3-0 to Mook, even if Mook went there and choked all 3 rounds. Mm-hmm. People are still debating Mook won. I say Verb won. I gave him the first and the third. The difference is, I defer on opinions from other people. I think you gave him the first and the second, right?
Yeah, I gave Verb in the building. I gave Mook the second and the third. I gave him the second round by 1 point in the building. Then again, I watched it 3 times on pay-per-view, and I end up giving Verb the second round. So I have Verb first.
I don't give Verb the second round anytime, but I give him the third because even though his third was 8 minutes or so, be it, he hit some hard hitting points.
He sure did.
On how Mook was supposed to go. Epic battle, nonetheless. So then the title of the Source magazine says, the battle of RBE event is saved by, what was it, King Los, Mook, and who else?
No, it actually, the title said Murder Mook and King Los saved the summer.
Saved the, right? I'm like, what? Yo, how can you not put... and this even... Well, I'm not even going to talk about just Verb. I mean, just put, King Los... If you think King Los versus Ice was that dope, King Los versus Ice and Mook versus Verb saved the summer. Like, I think it was disrespectful. The battle rap fans saw it though. Like when you do media, it's hard. And if you're a fan of it, sometimes I know it's hard not to be biased. But if you're writing an article, I mean, and you got 85% of the polls saying that Verb won, whether I care or not. I mean, I do agree, but whether I agree or not, you're not going to argue with popular opinion and just disregard Verb through that whole article.
Man.
So it was distasteful, in my opinion. I didn't like it. Maybe the title should have been something like Murder Mook versus Verb and King Los. If you want to have King Los's name there because he's an artist, and King Los versus Head Ice Save the Summer, maybe something like that.
All right, hold on. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I want to, because I just pulled up the article. I want to give everybody the actual thing. It says Murder Mook, Pat Stay, and King Los saved the summer with flawless performances. So that's what made people more upset. You're saying Murder Mook, Pat Stay, and King Los saved the summer with flawless performances.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Mook's performance was flawless, even though I think he lost.
It wasn't flawless. It wasn't flawless. It was excellent. It was great. It wasn't flawless.
Well, he didn't choke or stutter.
Definitely.
He didn't stumble.
I agree. When I say not,
that's flawless.
That's not flawless. He had a lot of reaches. He had a lot of it wasn't. It was great. It was great. There's no. I can't take none away from. But flawless, that wasn't a flaw. We've seen. I mean, if you want to be technical, me personally, I don't.
Seen a flawless Mook against Young Hot.
Okay, that I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. So that's what I'm saying. Flawless isn't the word, but at the end of the day, here's the thing. I don't go with popular opinion. I go with my very own opinion, and my very own opinion is that that Verb won. Right. So at the end of the day, if all the polls said Verb won 80%, you still don't go out and put a headline that says flawless and name those names. You understand? Like, to not mention Verb at all, you got to be out your fucking mind, man.
And the thing is, I think all three of those battles were debatable.
All three.
So,
I mean,
yeah, man. So I'm a little like.
That was clickbait, is what it was, and I understand. For them, it's about getting the clicks.
I don't know if it was clickbait or if it was sucking up to the masses.
Well, it's kind of one and the same. It's kind of one and the same. I mean, at the end of the day, here's the thing. Mook alone brings so many clicks. And I know that personally because I put up a video. I was at the press conference. For those who aren't aware, I was there at the press conference. I put up a video with Mook that clearly got more views than the rest of mine. I mean, it ain't rocket science that that's what's gonna happen. So,
Right.
I mean, let me rephrase that. I put out 2 videos with Mook, and then I put out the other videos from the press conference. In terms of all of those videos, of course, Mook got the more views out of all of them. So if you write something like that and you put Mook, you know you're getting the clicks. You put King Los, who is an industry rapper, you know you're getting the clicks. You put Batte, who is very famous in Canada, and he's famous in the US as well, but more so in Canada and so on and so forth. And I don't mean it in this way, but he's a white rapper. You know, that's a whole other demographic you bringing in. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like it was a reach. I felt like that title was meant for the clicks. But again, I don't care what you put in the headline.
Yeah.
I think it's foul that Verb, not only wasn't in the initial, because they switched up the article, but in the initial one he wasn't mentioned, and you know, let alone was he mentioned as a winner.
Did you read the actual article?
Fuck no.
Because I wanted an opinion of somebody that read the actual article and what they thought about it.
Well, most people didn't read it. Most people. Well, let me say this: in terms of my Twitter timeline and people I talk battle rap with, everybody who saw the headline didn't want to read it.
Right.
And then
I agree with that, but I feel like
I spoke to 2 people who did read it, and both of them told me that they were upset. That's how I found out that Verb wasn't mentioned in there.
Okay.
So that's you know that's not cool. Like, to not even mention him, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think that is crazy not to mention him. I also think like I should have done my job better if I wanted to bring the subject up and actually read the article. So that's my fault.
Well, I could respect you for taking ownership of that.
So I mean, that's my fault. But I'm the same as you and stuff, and the title alone got me pissed. But even as clickbait, inside the article, they should have gave Verb his props. It's funny because I wonder who's actually going to benefit off of this more. Mook or Verb? Is Mook going to get the Vlad interview now, or is Verb?
Both. I'm pretty sure Vlad reached out to both.
Now, to me, it seems like a lot of battle rappers, like Jazz, Mickey Fax, are still sticking by their word that Mook won. What do you think that is? Biasness or? Well, I mean, look, you can argue that Mook won. You could. The argument is there, right?
To me, it's a small argument, but I can see the argument happening because, as I said, I had Mook by 1 point in that second round in the building, and I already knew that he did a lot of reaching in that and had some dated bars in that second. And then when I went back and saw it on pay-per-view, it was more obvious. You know what I'm saying? Again, nothing in my saying. I hate saying that because it sounds like I'm taking away from the battle. And this was a great battle. At the end of the day, when it comes to Jazz and Tech Nine, first off, Tech Nine has. I'm sorry, man, and I'm not the type to run around disrespect people.
On Twitter. He apologized.
Yeah, but he didn't apologize for it. He just said that he was a little extra, whatever the case. Bottom line is, he was looking like a groupie, man. He was looking like a groupie, and that's ridiculous. Especially, I honestly don't think that apology was genuine. I think that he's seen the backlash and how people are looking at it. Like, if you're looking at Champion as the biggest platform in battle rap, and this is what people hold, they're supposed to be unbiased and everything. His opinions, and let me tell you something. I didn't even watch I didn't watch it. All I had to do, I was in the building, so I saw Jazz. Just seeing their reactions alone, I already knew what it was gonna be. And then for people who do watch Champion, everybody telling me, the reactions. I see Tech Nine on Twitter, and I'm just like, fam, like, You can't tell me this is an unbiased opinion. You can't tell me that.
Yeah.
You don't react like this. Honestly, and all respect to Jesse Regan, I expected that more from Jesse Regan than I did them two.
Yeah.
But first off, I apologize. I was wrong. You handled that and judged it correctly and unbiasedly, and I can do nothing but salute that. But I expected more of that reaction from you than I did them two, and I thought it was foul.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, I don't know what to, Tech9, he did apologize. There's something that Verb did that I didn't like, and because I remember this happening to me, I think I told you last night. Remember when X Factor just went on Twitter ranting, fire Jesse, get him off battle rapper, like, all right, let's say Norbs is the main dude there at this point. Like he came in and he's that. URL got to know me and stuff. What if URL was really like, damn, yo, X Factor's really making a point here. Yo, we gotta let Jesse go. Verb said Tech9 needs to be let go from Champion.
I felt that way.
But, now... See, but you're talking about getting somebody fired from their job.
That's not his job. It's a hobby.
It's a hobby that brings them income, I'm sure, though.
I agree.
It's money. There was one thing where, I remember when I did E&J event. And we were on the show, and it's like, oh, Jesse, nobody gonna want to see you host the battle. People listening to the show now that's gonna affect them when I do host. So I just don't like comments like that. I don't. I
can see you not liking comments like that. Normally I don't like comments like that to a certain degree, but here's the point: hosting a battle and giving breakdowns of a battle isn't the same two things. And this is what I mean. If I see Jesse Regan hosting a battle, okay, he's introducing the fucking battle rappers, so on and so forth. But to see a guy sit here and give what people are viewing as the biggest matchup in many years, and you're sitting there across one of the competitors and telling him that his opponent can't do anything wrong, and your post battle analysis is showing groupie love, you guys set your platform to be the end-all be-all of battle rap. You guys set your platform to be the ESPN of battle rap.
Right.
It took y'all a very long time to cover anything outside of URL. So how were you the ESPN of battle rap?
Right.
Then you're gonna sit there and tell me that you're allowed to sit there and be that biased? You're sitting here saying Verb is breaking it down. I don't know if you guys seen the face-off. Verb is breaking things down with facts, and this dude is still sitting there.
That was a great breakdown.
And you saw the dude still sitting there telling him he's wrong. Still telling him Mook can't do no wrong. Still telling Mook can't this, Mook can't do that. Verb even asking him, well, if I did this, how would you feel? Okay, you don't like it, but what if Mook did this? Tech9 sitting there talking about, well, then Mook is right. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
So when you get to a point that you're supposed to be the top level, and this is what we expect from you, and then your post game analysis, your post battle analysis is more groupie love. Come on.
Look, I'm not saying he's right on this stance at all. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying the whole fire tech because of this. I don't like that. It's
the guy's in there losing battles himself though. Like look at that battle versus Geechee.
Well, that's a different story.
No, but it adds in. It adds into why people felt. Because let's be clear, people didn't just feel that way because of this one thing. It's been multiple things.
No,
this is just the icing on the cake.
Battle career and his championship persona are two different things.
It is 100%, but here's the point: you're sitting here analyzing guys' battles, if you watch that Geechee Gotti battle, who the fuck are you to analyze a battle after that? Like, there's no
that's
room.
Not true. That's not.
Yes, it is.
I don't agree with you on that one.
Listen, the dude started. It got so bad he started singing the Regulator song. It got so bad he started singing the Regulator song.
I don't agree with you on if you're whack in the ring, you can't analyze.
No, that's not what I said. This is what I mean. You cannot be on the top show breaking down guys' battles. You can't do that, and then you get in the ring and get killed the way you get killed. Started singing a Regulator song, but then Verb is singing across from you, and you trying to. Are you fucking crazy? And then you get to analyze what is arguably the biggest battle in battle rap history in terms of what it meant. And you want to sit there and have all this fucking bias shit. You going in and acting like Mook couldn't have did no fucking wrong. It's the way he did it. It's not just what he said. It's the way he did it. So to me, it's like, yo, fam, I don't want to hear this shit from you no more. I don't want.
I got you.
And luckily for me, I've been disgusted with what Tech does on Champion, so I don't watch Champion. Since Champion been out, I've watched 3 or 4 portions of their stuff before.
Me too, but we can't argue that it's the top rated battle rap show.
Yeah, that's why I said I won't argue with that point, but it only goes more into what I'm saying. You can't be looked at as the top, and the way that they promoted and marketed themselves is such. As if they're the ESPN of battle rap. They're the top level of battle rap. That's the way they market and promote theyself. So at the end of the day,
if you want to say that, look how biased Skip Bayless used to be.
He was biased. He had his biased moments. He definitely did. But Skip Bayless never got on the court. Tech 9 still takes battles. Still tries to even get battles. He still try to bait guys into battling him. How do you think the Jim's battle happened? How you think the Geechee Gotti battle happened? From what I've been hearing for the last few months, he's been locked into battle Jack Boy. I don't know when that's happening.
Battle who?
Jack Boy Maine. He baited that battle too. So you still out here baiting battles, fam. Which is fine. Get your money. But at the end of the day, you can't sit up here with all that biasness to that degree. And you're supposed to be the top level. You just can't do that, man. I refuse to accept that. So here's the thing. Can some of us have been wrong asking for him to be taken off Champion? There's a possibility. But at the end of the day, the way I see it, it's just how many other people see it. You got to choose a side. Are you going to be a 100% fan where one particular person can't do nothing wrong? Because again, Mook ain't this Mook. The Mook thing ain't the only time he's done some sucker shit on there. It's just the first time that he's done it to the level that he did. So again, that's just my view from it. You know, can we be going too far asking him to be put off there? Yeah, possibly, but it don't change how I feel about it.
Now Tech did hint at a battle on his tweet, and if it happens, I want to get an early prediction for that. If the prediction is true, or should we leave that alone?
No, go ahead, man. Tech put it out there. I mean, we're only talking about what Tech put in the tweet.
Yeah. You know, he finger point. He wrote Verb versus Loaded Lux.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Which that's what everybody's calling for right now.
Everybody's calling. I personally would rather see Solomon versus Lux. I just. And how come they chose Pasté instead of Solomon off that list too, man? Solomon went up there and killed, yo. You should have seen. I don't know if you saw any of Solomon's post battle interviews.
No. But
he was so disappointed in Big K. He made a great point too. He's like, he said, I consider a battle like a feature. So if you don't come with your A game on my feature, you're making my song whack. I was like, wow, what a great analogy.
That's
you know?
That's fine.
And it was actually Solomon and Lux talking to each other and stuff, and Lux was saying how great Solomon was and vice versa. I would rather see Solomon versus Lux, but since, you know, Tech 9 hinted at Verb versus Lux, and you're right, that is what people are calling for, in the sense that, you know, he arguably beat Mook. I gave him the win. The Pose gave him the win. It's gonna be debated forever, which I love. And I mean, Mook made his own point. He said street people don't go to the Pose. There's some dudes that don't care enough to go to the Pose.
I disagree, though.
There is some street dudes that don't even bother with the internet. He's talking about. Yeah.
And I agree with that too. But you can't say that definitively. And this is what I mean by that. I disagree with Mook saying from this standpoint. I'm a street dude.
Mm-hmm.
Do I seek out the Pose? No. Do they come across my timeline and I vote? Yes. Do I know plenty of guys who are in the streets who do the same? Yes. So the point that I'm saying is there are a lot of street guys who don't bother not one bit with the internet. I agree with that.
Think what Mook, I think what Mook means is like dudes from Harlem that came to see him, just
Yeah. So say that. Say the people with me. But you know why it didn't make sense for him to say that? Because that's not what he meant. I think it was bothering him at that particular moment, which I understand. People at that moment, he was being bombarded, crazy. Like,
yeah,
you can't imagine what his alerts look like. You can't imagine what his mentions look like. What's Mook and Verb? Anybody involved with that card, their mentions were crazy for these last few days. But if you Mook and Verb, you can't even imagine how their inbox is. You can't imagine how any, like, salute to them guys. First off, again, thank them both for the greatness they displayed on that stage. An hour-and-a-half battle with no chokes, no slip-ups, action-packed.
That shit is like a movie, too, because it was entertaining.
Yeah,
it was entertaining. The whole hour and a half was entertaining,
Salute to my union guys, Visual D and me, the both of them, that's what they call it a movie. So every time I say, yo, I'm gonna watch that battle back, they go, oh, you're gonna watch a movie, you know what I mean?
There's a movie on it.
No, it is. So at the end of the day, the point being is that Mook isn't wrong. There are street guys who don't bother with the internet or bother with Pose at all. But he made it he made a statement like if it's 100% fact, and that's not true. Because there's a lot of street dudes who are on Twitter, who are on Facebook, who are on social media. We've seen guys on Facebook getting shot by cops or somebody else. We see shootouts.
I know what he means. What he means in the sense, like, I remember I saw Av versus Mike P. Okay. And everybody thought Av won. And
I like that battle. I gotta go back and watch. I don't remember who I had winning, but I like that battle.
It was a great battle. Av clearly won. And then, like, so I'm taking the subway home, and these two dudes are coming from, and I'm like, they're like, yo, who you thought won? I said, Av. I said, yeah. He's like, yeah. But then I tried talking battle rap with them. I'm like, yo, how about the damn, man, I missed my verse Bonnie shit. That shit's gonna be dope because I left after that one. And then they were like, they didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. They're like, but Av, he's good as like. Maybe they were just there for Av, which it kind of seemed like, and maybe they knew Av and stuff, but they didn't know the rest of the card. So these two dudes aren't gonna go on their cell phone and vote. That's my whole point.
But I disagree because those be them same people. I believe they're gonna vote even more, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if they went only to see one particular battle, you don't think, or if they paid a pay-per-view, however, if somebody goes to one particular battle, you mean to tell me that there's not a likelihood they would vote for the person they came to come see? That they want to check social media to see who's voting on what, or go on a website to one of these battle leagues?
That's true.
At the end of the day, you can't make a general statement like that. You could say the people I know, or say some of the street dudes I came across, whatever the fuck. But to make it seem like that's all street dudes across the board, it's not true. But it only goes back into this. There are people out here who make statements like that to make you feel inferior. And let me explain what I mean. You have people out here who will say, real niggas don't go home before 12 at night.
Mm-hmm.
So should every person who considers himself a real nigga who goes home at 10 o'clock, should you not, you know what I'm saying? You should feel like, I didn't go home by the time they said, so I should fuck out of here. Like, and I hate to say this, but I'll go another way. I have a very close homegirl of mine who she likes to call other chicks hoes and so on and so forth, right?
Yeah.
But she does the same shit they do. So she'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
a real bitch would never put her business out in the street." But then you'll catch her on social media putting all her business
Putting her
out there.
business.
So you get what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't, I didn't feel no way when I saw Mook tweet that. I didn't give a fuck, but at the same time, I just disagreed with him. Like, anybody could write that. Anybody could put something like that to fit their, you know what I'm saying, their agenda. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could say shit like that.
I was going somewhere with this too before I made that call. Oh yeah, all right. I'd rather see all right. Now I'm back on track. I'd rather see Solomon versus Lux. Just my own personal opinion. But Verb versus Lux is what people are calling for, and he arguably beat Mook. Majority are saying that he did beat Mook. Who else he beat? He beat somebody else that I'm thinking of, a big name. Hitman. Or is it just Mook? Well, if he beats Mook and Lux back to back, would he be considered the GOAT?
For me, no. For battle rap, yes. Again, as I explained many a times, to me there is no GOAT. Like, everybody battles in a different era. Like, even after this era, there's gonna be a new group of guys and a new class that came in, and you got an opportunity to look at their body of work. So everyone's always gonna feel like there's always a different GOAT. There's people out there who feel it's Hollow, it's Clips, it's so on and so forth. So there is.
I hear Hollow a lot, actually. Hollow's name is up there a lot.
If I had to vote for one, it would be for Hollow. I'd stay away from those kind of polls because it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? There's not one. It's just not. So.
But a gun to your head, you say Hollow?
I say Hollow.
Okay.
Skill wise, I think Hollow is just total package. Pause. I think Hollow can do everything in battle rap, and
he's great.
He has the resume to back it up. So, at the end of the day,
I thought he lost to Tay-Rock. My own personal opinion, but
I mean, to me, you could take a loss. I'm just talking about skill wise overall and the resume. Like, look at all the people he's battled. Whether you think he won or he lost. Like, all them guys aren't taking them battles if you aren't as good as you are.
I ain't gonna lie, too. I could be petty. Like, when he blocked me, I went back and watched him versus Arsenal the first time, like 3 times. I was like, you gonna block me? Okay, I'm gonna watch the battle that you like that's even gonna affect the way that dude moves. Like, but I don't know. I could be petty like that. And then I think I tweeted Arsenal. I said, "Oh, they must have forgot." And then Arsenal retweeted it, so I started laughing at that.
Who you got though? If let's say the Lux and Verb did happen, who you got? And if the Lux and Iron happen, who do you got?
Okay, great. Lux Verb. See, is Verb going to still be this Verb that battled Mook? Is the question. And the way the Lux breaks people down, I just, I'll be the first one to say I didn't expect Verb to do this good against Mook. But even though I gave Verb the win, it's great for battle rap because it's such a good battle and it has everybody talking and it's a battle that lived up to the hype. So when Good said this battle didn't live up to the hype, he was bugging. This shit lived up to the hype. But I mean, he's going to try to break down Luck. But see, my problem is that he wastes his gas on the third energy because he already, on the third round when he said, yo, you guys didn't take us on as coaches. So what angle are you going to do with Lux now? You guys didn't show. So what are you going to say to Lux exactly? Hollow and Mook already exposed the into spirits and stuff, and basically, can I borrow $5? And I don't think there's much he could say to Lux. To 3-0 Verb at this point might be pretty hard. Maybe two, but I even want to say 3-0 Lux. 3-0 Lux. 3-0 Lux. Even though I gave Verb the win, I'm still going against Verb. 3-0 Lux. And if Verb does pull it off, you know, I'll give him the crown for the time being. I'll say that much. Solomon versus Lux will be a great battle. Great. Because they came up in the same era. They have that mutual respect for each other. They're in the same class. I'll be interested in seeing what Lux is going to say against Iron. Because I don't think it's going to be the typical white boy jokes. It might. I don't know. I know Iron's dad was a musician, and then Iron kind of came from that lifestyle. So Lux might break that down and say, "Oh, you wanted to join battle, you wanted to join the rap culture," but he might.
Well, Ilmac did that already. I mean, not that Lux, not that Lux wouldn't try that, and I'm waiting for somebody else to try that again. But Ilmac did it to me brilliantly. So. For those who haven't seen it,
I forgot Ilmac did that.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen it, go back on King of the Dot and watch Iron Solomon versus Ilmac. Another dope battle.
Yeah, that battle was dope. And I'm surprised. Ilmac beat Solomon. Tell you the truth, man.
Yeah, I believe I had Ilmac winning that battle too.
Yeah, I was surprised. I spoke to Solomon about that too. He gave me a funny answer, but I ain't gonna say it. But I think that I would have to edge it 2-1 to Solomon, because I believe we're going to see the best Solomon we've ever seen. I think he's going to go in his bag like no tomorrow. But does the best Solomon beat the best Lux? I don't. But here's the thing too. I don't think it will be the best Lux. So, Lux versus Verb. I got Lux 3-0. Not a body. Solomon versus Lux 2-1. Solomon.
Wow. Okay.
I know I surprised you with that, but it's not that out. It's not that out there. Of a choice.
No, it's not. It is not. Personally, I would like to see both these battles go down, and I don't see no reason why it couldn't happen besides financial situations. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see Lux and Verb. I think that's a battle that people been waiting for. People been waiting for that way more than they waited for Mook Verb. No, I don't think Mook Verb was on people's radar, but Lux Verb has been on everybody's radar for many years. And it's been on Verb's radar. Verb been trying to get that battle for a while.
Right.
I think it's going to be entertaining to watch. Because again, Verb knows he got to put up, because after all this shit, all these years, let me not say that, because he only went at Lux for a certain time period, and then he stopped. Once he saw it wasn't going to happen, he just stopped,
Yeah,
so he would have to go at that.
He argued with him quite a bit. He wanted that battle quite a bit.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. That after a while, when he realized it wasn't gonna happen, he stopped. He wasn't going at him no more. So not that he didn't want to battle him no more. He wasn't doing it publicly no more. Like, it was no more. Like, Verb has that, and I know you know this. If anybody knows this, you know this. Verb has that I don't give a fuck mentality. So it's almost like once he tried to make it happen a few times, it didn't happen. He just was like, man, fuck that shit, and moved on to the next thing. But either way, we all gonna remember the time he did go at it, and right now he just called them out again. So this is a battle I want to see. It's hard for me to say. I do feel like Lux will win that battle, but it will be if we continue to see this sort of Verb. Like I said, man, I always think so highly of Verb, so I think he can go back and forth with Lux. I just think Lux will edge it. And in terms of Iron Solomon and Lux, I can't call it. I would love to see that battle. Had you asked me this 2 years ago, I would have said Lux 3-0.
Right.
But watching and what I've seen with my own eyes, being at the events, watching Iron Solomon for the last 2 years has been nothing short of an honor. And to be quite honest with you, seeing what I'm seeing with my very own eyes, not just on camera, man, I'm just like there's no way for me to call this battle. I just think so highly of Iron. I think so highly of Lux, and I don't know what angle, if an angle at all, they would take. Because for all we know, they just might be up there really just out rapping one another, or attempting to, you know. So to be quite honest, I don't know how to call that battle. I just know I would love to see it happen.
All right, final question. Final thing I want to talk about. Unless you want to say something. ARP put in Mook versus Verb as the fourth battle, I believe. Was it a mistake, or was it because it seemed like from all the interviews, from like 15 Minutes of Fame and stuff like that, and by the way, I don't think Mook should have got the most views on your channel. When you ask Big K why you block people all the time, that should have got the most views.
Oh, we'll get into that real quick afterwards, so keep that in mind.
Okay. All right. Do you think it kind of, because from all the interviews I see outside, people are like, I'm leaving, bro. I'm leaving. Oh, I missed this. Oh, I missed this battle. Like, it seemed like Lux versus Mook just drained all the energy out the room.
Mook Verb,
I'm sorry. Drained all the energy out the room. So do you think it was put on too early, or?
Yes, it was definitely put on too early. And for those who don't know, I was in the building. If you haven't been listening to what we've been saying, I was in the building. It definitely went on too early. About 2 weeks before the event, Mook was on Twitter going back and forth with a lot of fans. Didn't want Mook going last.
I think that would have been a mistake too, honestly.
Yeah, he should have went second to last.
Or they should have went first and started off the shit.
Nah, that would have been bad. That would have been real bad, yeah. And I'm gonna tell you why. Going first off, you can't go first. Like, I know from experience, again, like I go to a lot of events, and Jesse, I know you've been to a lot, so I'm pretty sure you can vouch for what I'm about to say as well. There are people who buy tickets to literally see one battle. That's not fair to them, especially when you got some people who still have to work, can't get the day off, have kids, so on and so forth, who cannot be there from the first battle. You are the main event. You're the headline of the card. Why would you be going first?
Right.
Like, salute again to my comrade DME.
Well, Clips versus B Magic went first.
And if that was the headline, then that was wrong. That was wrong. Like, that's not fair, man. That's not fair. Not to mention, if you're first on the card, you gotta understand something. They're still letting people win as you go to battle. That's number one. Well, depending on the magnitude, if it's a big event, there's still a lot of people coming in. Secondly, like I said, different people are traveling from different places. Everybody can't get there at the beginning. You got people who are at work or so on and so forth. But if you're purchasing a pay-per-view, you're a little more okay with it, because regardless of what, if you got to work, you can't see the shit till later anyway. But at the end of the day, there are a lot of people like my homeboy DME who wanted to see this battle, and luckily for him, he was able to watch some of it on his phone driving home from work. But other than that, he would have missed it. If he was going to the event, he would have missed it. You know? So at the end of the day, going first or even going fourth, I don't think was cool, unless it was only 4 battles. Then, of course. But no, there was 8 battles. Y'all could have put on 5 or 6 before him. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, especially a battle of that magnitude, especially knowing you gave them 2 5-minute rounds and then an unlimited round. Like, you could have put them, I would have put them second to last. That's what I would have personally did.
Okay.
But it played out the way it played out, and it definitely sucked the energy out the room.
I could tell it did, and I wasn't even there. That's not even by the reaction. I'm just talking about the outside interviews. Everybody's like, "Yo, I'm going home." Like, and you just see people like, "Oh shit, you went." That, and then when was King Los versus Ice? Was that before that one or after?
Oh, before.
I think it was before. It was before.
Before. You know, it was the 1SK. It was the surprise battle. It was Sway versus B Dot. It was King Los, Ice. Then it was Mook. And
I think that was another mistake, putting those 2 gigantic battles back to back. because a lot of people were there for King Los Ice too. You know, I mean for King Los. Yeah.
Honestly speaking, being that, because like I was saying, Mook for 2 weeks was on Twitter saying he's not going last. Kept saying it. He refused to go last. And
I don't blame him for that.
Yeah, but this is how I felt. I felt like they could have put the surprise battle last. Personally, you know, Mook and they would have been one or two ways this would have happened for me. Either King Los and Head Ice go last, or the surprise battle would have went last.
Right. Okay. And then put Mook Verb second to last though.
Yeah.
And then keep people still entertained with King Los Ice, so now they're like forced to stay.
Exactly. Or if you're staying for the surprise battle, it's not that big of a deal because it was a one rounder, number one, and you might not have liked who they announced as the surprise battle.
But they announced it the day of the press conference, though.
Oh yeah, I thought only Clean was announced.
Oh yes, yeah.
I think only Clean was announced. They didn't announce J400. But either way, you stay in the building.
Battle, and I saw Jim's blog. Jim should have got that battle.
I didn't watch Jim's blog. I have to go see it. I've been so caught up, so crazy. I was just debating because they just put out. First off, I want to be fair. I am humbled and honored by anybody who watches or listens to me or puts me on the list of anything. I've been nothing but humble and great. I'm very grateful for everyone who came up to me at the event, tell me that they watch me, so on and so forth. There's this list. There's these two different people who put out a list of top 10. They do a power rankings, put it that way. And in the last few weeks, I've been on the power rankings, which I'm more than grateful about.
That's dope.
This week, I made it up to number 6, which I felt I should have been further ahead of 6. And that's only because, I'm going to tell you why. This whole week, I put out 20-something videos of interviews, exclusive footage,
right.
recaps, so on and so forth. And the people ahead of me put out maybe one episode or one or two joints, all right? But the only reason why I bring that out is that I've been so fucking busy in these last week between personal and battle rap and shit that I really have not had no chance to watch anybody else, to be honest. Like I'm putting out 20-some videos on my own. Then me and my union guys put out another 2 videos. I did a recap with you. We're doing this right here. You understand? Like,
yeah.
Like I'm spread so thin this week that I literally didn't watch anybody else. I only saw one other interview, and that's because it had to do with me. And we'll get into that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It is a dope feeling, though, right? I remember I was at some Menace, too, and everybody was like, yo, Rican, yo, Jesse Rican, yo, just... I was like, holy shit, this man, like, I didn't know this many people knew me. No. I was shocked, bro.
And it's thousands for you. It was like, I think, not including media or battle rappers, it was about 4 or 5 people who came up to me.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was definitely dope, and it was a great feeling. Salute to them. And then some of the big names in battle rap media and just in general in battle rap came up to me, and that was even a greater feeling. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if we should go straight into this Big K situation or you. Yeah,
let's go into it.
So. Again, thank you to all the...
Question of the press conference, though. Question of the night, bro.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And that's another thing you guys can go on my channel and check. And the reason why I say that is because there was... Alright, so everybody knows, unfortunately, in battle rap, there's a lot of blogger wars. There's a lot of battle rap media who don't get along with each other for whatever reason. So, at the end of the day, this is what happened. I was at the press conference, the RBE... And Iron Solomon and Big K were facing off. A big topic in battle rap right now is...
I texted you, right? I noticed your voice. I was like, yo, did you just ask that question?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Listen, my phone went crazy right after I asked him that question. But for those of you who are unaware, what happened was I asked. Right now, big topic in battle rap was promotion. Battlers promoting, leagues promoting, so on and so forth. So what I asked Iron Solomon, Big K was, I said, with battle rap, with a big topic being promo right now, what do you guys feel about that? And Big K, you got 95% of Twitter blocked. How we know how we know you even promoting? And the room went crazy. They were streaming live on Facebook and live on the YouTube, the Rap Grid YouTube channel. So there's thousands of people watching on YouTube, thousands on Facebook. My phone was going crazy. How many people in the room
gave you props for that live, bro?
Every fucking body. Everybody. And then, the thing was that there was on camera what you could see is probably 30 people. But what you guys can't see on the footage is behind the door. The doors were open because it's like a ballroom. It's like a ballroom. So the door was open and there was probably like another, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 more people over there.
Right.
So so the room went crazy. As we already know, the people online were going crazy. And then D-Rec from Rap Grid, he was the moderator. He repeated it. So when he repeated it, they went crazy again. Big K got upset. At first he didn't get upset. Like you see him smirk and he was trying not to laugh.
Yeah.
And then he started getting upset because people kept laughing about it.
Yeah.
And then D-Rec repeated it and they started laughing again. So, he made a few comments. He started going off on nerds and bloggers and people he blocked. Unfortunately, there was other bloggers, including a big media site, who went and they only put the part of the footage where me and Big K started getting into an argument. Not an argument, a disagreement. They made it seem like he was screaming on me. So I was pretty.
I did not see that at all.
Yeah, and I was pretty pissed off about that. And what's funny is I put out the full footage out my own camera of what happened, and that shit didn't get that many views. But everybody went running to the bullshit.
Right.
You understand? And what happened is they cut out these other places. They cut out what I asked them. They cut out the reaction I got. They cut out why he was getting upset. Then they was making it seem like he was getting at me. And if you go back and watch all of those, Big K was making general statements. Big K never once offered me to fight or no shit like that, the way people were making it seem. That never happened. Big K said...
on stage it didn't happen. I was going to ask you, did he speak to you afterwards? Did he try to...
No, he left. He got mad. All right, so after he said what he said, me and him went back and forth a little bit.
Yeah.
And the reason why was because he came out and said he was not talking about me. But at the moment, I didn't know if he was talking about me or not. He came out and was like, I got people blocked. If people who are blocked want to run the fade, we can run the fade.
Right. I remember.
Which was fine. But at the moment, I felt like he was throwing an indirect towards me. Because I was the one who asked the question. You understand? But then, like, other people in the room, including myself, realized he wasn't. He was frustrated and he was making a general statement.
Yeah, I wouldn't have taken it that way.
But the way that it was put out on other media, on other YouTube pages, that's the way they made it seem. So, Iron Solomon answers my question. Then Big K calms the fuck down and is actually talking to me after that. And we're having a conversation. So... that's the part that keeps getting left out, and that's what had me pissed off. You know what I'm saying? But then after they finished talking, Big K got up. He walks out. He looks back at everybody and goes, "Nobody asked me for no interviews. I'm out of here." Whatever the case, and he went upstairs to his hotel room. So of course everybody was looking at me, but comically, everybody was telling me, "See, that's your fault. Yo, Big K ain't giving us an interview. That's your fault." You know, it was all fun. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got the point. Everybody loved it. You know what I mean? But not even, I want to say a few hours later, because I didn't go to sleep till 6 o'clock in the morning that day from putting out so much of the footage and stuff, editing.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get out of there till 12 o'clock at night. And it was all the way in Jersey. So I had to drive back. Even though I was staying in Jersey, I was still not close to it. And when I got home, I went straight to throwing out the footage for everybody. You know, all the people blowing up my Twitter, blowing up my phone. I put everything. I stood out to 6 in the morning, knowing that the battle was just a few hours later. I went to sleep till 8 o'clock in the morning, got back up, put out more footage, and then headed to the event. So by the time between 6 o'clock in the morning and 11:30, 12 o'clock that I got to the actual venue, my phone was going crazy. People telling me, yo, Big K, you know, they saying Big K was barking on you, yo. They said Big K offered you to fight, yo. They said this and this. And I'm like, yo, none of that happened. And then I saw one of the videos, which is the only video that I've watched that wasn't mine in the last few days. And that's when I saw the video of one particular media source who put it.
Call them out.
Hip hop is real. Hip hop is real. I didn't like the way that they put that out.
And I heard he's good people.
I mean, I don't know. And first off, I want to be clear. I don't have nothing against them.
But you don't like the way they did that. I got you.
No. And the thing was, it wasn't just me who saw it that way. You understand? Like,
I gotta watch. I didn't see their channel. I gotta watch it.
Yeah. Before I saw it, people were blowing my phone up about it. So I didn't know what anybody was talking about, because again, I didn't have the time. I was trying to do so much and then head towards the venue. And then right when we were getting up to the venue, I saw a piece of it, and I was like, wait a minute, they cut out what started the whole thing. So now what the fuck? So then I didn't watch the full thing. I saw them at the event, and I was gonna approach one of them, and the person I was with was like, don't do that, because you didn't even watch the whole video, which is true, and don't go, you know what I'm saying? Like, that might have just been just because I see it some way doesn't mean everybody sees it that way. Even though
yes, but if you are offended by something, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah,
know what you're mad about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so definitely. But
do your homework and watch the interview.
I agree. So I didn't make a big deal of it. You know what I'm saying? When I did get the opportunity to sit down and watch it, I was upset that I didn't.
And that wasn't only to you. I'm just saying in general too.
Yeah,
because people see like their names used as clickbait and start cursing and stuff. And if you sit down and watch the interview, then you have key points on which to argue.
Yeah,
like you could be like, you know, there was a radio show I remember, and the dude was like, I didn't say this. And he's like, yes, you did. At this, you said this. I listened to the show. You know, so if you don't listen back to it, they could spin it any way they want. You know what I mean?
I agree totally. Yeah. And I didn't say anything when I saw them. I didn't say anything to assuming that that's who it was, because it's a team of them. It's not one guy.
Right.
So that was the other part of why my homeboy was like, yo, don't say nothing, because we don't know who did what. Right. So I'm like, cool. Like 2 days later, when I got to sit down and watch the shit, because my phone this whole week, every now and again, I'll still get a tweet or text message about it. I even got a phone call about it. So within this last week, it's been at least 30 people who hit me up about this shit, because it wasn't only them. For the record, it wasn't only them. Like, some people took whatever it was that they posted and posted it on their own channel, or some people, like, I guess, like, gave their opinion. You want what?
That's not cool, man. That's not cool.
Yeah, like,
I mean, I was watching the press conference. I didn't take it anything but funny, you know?
No, I mean, because that's the way it should have been taken. That's the way.
Like you said, he even smiled. At first, he smiled. He said, "Oh, here we go. Yeah. I knew this was gonna come up." You know?
Yeah, he smirked. But because I was losing my train of thought for a second, there were other bloggers who took that little shit and did a bunch of sucker shit with it. You know what I mean? And then they took it down. So when people were commenting under their page and telling them, yo, you know, you making it look a certain way, they took it down. I didn't get to see everybody else who posted it. Like I said, people were sending me links. I didn't have fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I didn't see exactly who did what. Just in general, man, I just thought it was a sucker move for people to try to paint it that way. You know what I'm saying? And then it's even funnier when people are putting it on a channel that has no face. You understand? Like,
yeah.
For these other people who posted it and stuff like that, people don't even know who you are. So it's just a sucker move. Like, that's, you know what I mean? You're throwing rocks from deep, from across the street and running. That's what you're doing. Because if no one knows who runs this channel, how is somebody gonna address you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm really not that mad about it. I was mad initially. You understand? And
I didn't even know all this was going on. I just found the question hysterical. But
yeah, most people did, because that's what it was for. Like I told Jesse before, I did know I was gonna ask him that question. I didn't know how I was gonna ask him it. It did happen right on the fly. Like, you know, I was hoping to try to get an interview with him, and then I was gonna ask him. And
this worked out better though, because if you had a one-on-one interview with you, he would have been like, he might have said something, get out of here with that, you know, and moved on.
Yeah.
Like, you put him on the spot. This was the opportunity where he couldn't avoid it.
Exactly. And that's why it happened the way it happened. But it also happened all in good fun. Again, anybody interested can go on my channel and see the full footage. You will see the whole thing, what happened. You know what I'm saying?
And that's Battle Rap Opinions on YouTube.
Yes,
and
Battle Rap
Opinions. Your Twitter name?
At JLegend 100. At the letter J, the word legend, the numbers 100.
It's funny because, you know, through that whole story, you just brought up another quick topic I want to talk about. I know we're going on a little long. Well, let me ask you, what did you think about D-Rec's moderator job?
He has a difficult job, man. He had a difficult job.
That's the political answer, okay.
Nah, it's the truth. Listen, did he do the best job? No. But people don't understand how difficult that was, man.
And I know D-Rec is not going to take this personal, because I've met D-Rec in person, and
yeah, he's a cool guy, man.
And he's not that type of dude to take shit like this personal. I think he did a bad job.
Yeah, but
moderating.
I want to be fair to him and say, again, this is just from perspective of somebody who was in the building. There was a lot of things that were just crazy. Like, 1 minute battle rappers were there, next minute they wasn't. We was waiting for Swave, we was waiting for Head Ice, who didn't make it. Salute to Swave, he had some personal stuff. Everybody was even surprised. I don't know what it is, but something personal happened, and people were even surprised he made it.
He cancels for a reason.
No, but not only that, they even before the battle, ARP said that something happened in a tragedy happened in Swave's family. So, you know, I don't know what happened. I didn't ask. That ain't my business. I stay out of the personal, and you know what I mean. Head Ice got lost. We got lost too. So I understand. A lot of people got lost. Like, they were almost like in a remote area, man. It was like weird. It's by the airport.
But you know, why don't you reach out to a blogger like? All right. If your eyes on the radar, at this point, who got? And I'm not Angry Fan, because I think Angry Fan is horrible. It would have been more horrible at that. Because you know, he would just talk over everybody. But I'm trying to think. Somebody like Battle Truth, maybe?
No.
No.
Fuck no.
I'm brainstorming right now.
People, especially battle rappers, don't even respect them enough. Like, here's the thing. Like, even if you watch D-Rec and the battle rappers, some of them wanted to talk, some of them didn't want to talk. Some of them was talking over D-Rec. Like, There was a lot of media in there. There was a lot of.
I just don't think he could. Yeah, but if you get put in that position, you're supposed to control the room.
I agree, but let me tell you something. Again, like it's one of those you got to be there. It's like I'm not taking up for D-Rec in a way of like I said. I didn't think he did that good of a job, but I understand why it was more difficult. First off, it was his first time, so let's put that out there.
But that's a mistake right there.
Yeah, but how many people in battle rap has done that before besides Champion? And if you watch Champion, even them when they're trying to moderate face-offs, shit goes left.
I was gonna say so maybe even have Champion up there.
Yeah, but I think there was I think they did. I think they were gonna do it, and then cause here's the thing, you got to pay Champion. So
okay.
I don't know that URL pays them, but that's another story for another day.
Right.
But they charge everybody else, and I spoke to Lawrence of RBE, and he said with the magnitude and budget for this card, which you can only imagine, they didn't have enough to fit in Champion as well. Because remember, they paid, matter of fact, I don't want to get into all of that. I'm not going to do all that. But it was a lot of people. It's a lot. It's a lot that went on. Their budget was crazy. So to add in now that budget as well, like, come on. You know what I'm saying? I have to tell you the truth, man, and I'm going to be a little bit biased. Maybe they could have let me do it. I asked most of the questions that night anyway.
Well, you did, and
yeah.
I agree with you. And the reason why I didn't bring you up is because I don't think. Do you have a relationship with ARP? They were looking for a high name, right, to moderate it.
Yes. Well, two things.
And that's not me throwing stones at you at all.
No. I don't take it that way at all. Number one, I do have a relationship with ARP and Lawrence. I'm starting.
But you are right. I agree with you. I think you would have done a great job.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. The thing was, they were still incorporating Rap Grid. Like, people like myself were kind of wondering, why would you... Of course, Avocado has been known to bring great quality to events in terms of the visuals and the stream. I was concerned with, y'all been doing business with Rap Grid, a card of this magnitude, they deserve some sort of loyalty out of it. You know what I'm saying? So what they did was they find a happy medium between involving Rap Grid and involving Avocado's team. What a lot of people don't.
That before,
what a lot of people don't know is them guys worked together for that event. So at the end of the day, D-Rec has an awesome history in battle rap. He deserves nothing but high praises, and so does what he's done with Rap Grid. So I think that's what played the biggest part in their decision. On top of that, like you said, besides Champion, there's not that many huge names that you can trust to do that. The only other huge names are bloggers who talk about themselves more than anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So it's like, if they would have,
hip hop. I know you feel a certain type of way right now too, but hip hop is real. Is pretty, or even Uncle Ra from 15 Minutes of Fame is pretty good at that.
And I agree, but Uncle Ra and first off, I think Uncle Ra would have been better suited than Hip Hop Is Real, and I don't mean that as a slight. The reason why is because Uncle Ra, number one, he has a great relationship with these guys, but he asks, sometimes Uncle Ra he don't always do it, but he'll ask the difficult question faster than Hip Hop Is Real would. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. And again, I don't have no personal feelings towards Hip Hop Is Real. Like I said, once people were sending me the link and shit, I got mad real quick, and then I let that shit go. Like, I don't have no grudges towards them. I don't have no ill feelings, none of that. But and then Uncle Ra paused, but he has a distinctive voice. He has a deep voice that might have helped control the room better.
So there you go. Uncle Ra would have been the perfect fit as moderator.
But the only reason why I know, I don't know this, but the only reason why I'm pretty sure they didn't try to go that route is also Uncle Ra and Hip Hop Is Real. They're there for the footage. Like they're not sitting there trying to get. Me personally, I don't think they're trying to get in between guys. They want to capture their footage. Their footage is more valuable to them than them moderating. You understand?
Right.
Like even if you watch Hip Hop Is Real, even if you watch 15 Minutes of Fame, you barely see either one of their faces. They don't want to be in front of the camera. They don't want to be.
That is true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Ron anytime could sit there and do a show where he's interviewing somebody and you see him. He don't want that.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's why I don't see. I'm pretty sure that's why that played out. I am pretty confident that there was a reason why I got an invitation, because that was a private event. There was a lot of media there, but everybody didn't get invited.
Right.
And I'm actually considered more of a blogger than media. So them inviting me in itself was I appreciated that. That was an honor in itself. But I also think that they were aware that I was gonna ask some of the more direct and maybe slightly harder questions.
That's dope, man. And you should pat yourself on the back for that, if that's the case.
Thank you.
All right, man. So I think we could be out of here. We
definitely out of here.
But, we discussed so many things, man. Like I said, my Puerto Rican brother from another Puerto Rican mother, JLegend, and freaking salute to you for helping me so much on this Battle Rap Arena Rebound.
No, you're welcome, and thank you for having me, man.
And then we're gonna try to keep the movement moving and stuff, and I think we touched on a lot of good topics today. And Dot Mob.
All right, everybody, make sure you follow Jesse Rican at Jesse Rican1. Make sure you follow me at JLegend100. Make sure you subscribe to the channels, hit the alert bell, and I will catch you on the next one.